Good evening, I'm Esther Githui. It's Friday, July 5th. This is Africa 54.
A breakthrough in Sudan's mediation talks as the military council and protesters reach an agreement on a new ruling body. Ethiopian Airlines crash families criticize Boeing over its proposed donation plan. And in our entertainment segment, we'll hear great new music from one of Cameroon's most talented artists.
We begin our broadcast tonight in Nigeria, where at least 2 people are dead after a massive pipeline fire erupted in the Ijegun area of Lagos on Thursday. Serena Chondri has the details.
A massive oil pipeline fire has erupted in Lagos, killing at least 2 people. Security agencies say the disaster was caused by oil bunkering. In Nigeria, that generally means the theft of fuel from pipeline ships or other sources. And fuel has spilled into the community's drainage system.
So that's why you are seeing this fire. It's not just caused by ordinary people, it's just caused by these bad guys. So it passed through this gutter down to the canal. So the fire, you can go there and see by yourself. You can see all the whole shop along the gutter where the product have passed through. All of them got burned. Even people got burned. Some are in the hospital now. People who are living in residence, living inside. About 4 poles away from here.
Oil spills in Nigeria, Africa's biggest crude producer, are often caused by theft and pipeline sabotage. While fuel is relatively cheap, many people live in extreme poverty, and the methods used to steal oil result in accidents that cause fires. Lagos State Emergency Management said the pipeline caught fire in the early hours of Thursday.
That was Serena Chondri of Reuters reporting. Now, after weeks of negotiations, Sudan's ruling military council and a pro-democracy coalition reached an agreement to share power during a transition period to a civilian administration, including the formation of an independent government led by a prime minister. Thursday overnight and into Friday morning, Khartoum residents celebrated the pact that many hope will stabilize the structure of government in Sudan. Hours earlier, the military council and pro-democracy leaders showed their gratitude to the African Union envoy Mohamed El Hassan Labat and his diligence in helping the 2 sides reach this point. Now, the emerging deal after days of intensive talks could break weeks of political impasse since the military ousted President Omar al-Bashir in April. Talks on a power-sharing agreement collapsed on June 3rd when security forces attempted to break up a sit-in protest outside the military headquarters in central Khartoum. More than 250 people have been killed since an uprising erupted against al-Bashir in December. A German rescue ship picked 65 migrants from an overloaded boat off the Libyan coast on Friday. CI, which operates the vessel, said in a statement that the migrants were picked up 54 kilometers from Libya and had insufficient water, but no navigation system on board. The migrants are now receiving care on board the Alan Kurdi, named after the 3-year-old Syrian refugee Aylan Kurdi, who drowned in the Mediterranean Sea and whose body washed up on a beach in Turkey in 2015. On social media, the group says it has made contact with Libyan authorities, but were yet to receive a response. The vessel has already been warned from going to Italy by Interior Minister Matteo Salvini. Malta on Friday said it would take in 54 migrants rescued by an Italian charity boat off Libya this week as part of a migrant swap with Rome. Now, Boeing is being heavily criticized by the families of victims of an Ethiopian air disaster, who say the airline manufacturing giants plan to donate $100 million to organizations to help families affected by the deadly crashes of the company's 737 MAX planes in Indonesia and Ethiopia is too vague. The families also say they should have been consulted first. Edward Barron reports.
Boeing said on Wednesday it would give $100 million to local governments and non-profit organizations to help those affected by the deadly crashes of its 737 MAX planes in Indonesia and Ethiopia. The move appears to be a step towards repairing the image of the world's largest plane maker and helping families and communities affected. Its reputation suffered badly after the crash of an Ethiopian Airlines plane in March, just 5 months after a similar crash of a Lion Air flight in Indonesia. The two crashes killed a total of 346 people. Boeing is facing a U.S. Department of Justice criminal investigation into the development of the 737 MAX, regulatory probes, and more than 100 lawsuits by victims' families. Boeing says the payout, which will be made over multiple years, is independent of the lawsuits and would have no impact on litigation. The $100 million, which is less than the list price of a 737 MAX 8, is meant to help with living expenses and spur economic development in affected communities, according to Boeing.
Where's the mic?
Cairo, where Africa 54 sports guru Sunday Shomari is standing by. Good evening, Sunday. The break is over and the teams are ready for the second round. Give us a quick update on that.
Yes, Esther, the break is over, and tonight in Cairo Stadium, where I'm standing right now, the Lions of Teranga, Senegal, are going to face the East African representatives, Uganda Cranes. And tonight, Senegal is reporting their defender Salif Sane is questionable, maybe might not play due to an ankle injury. Is that good news for Uganda camp? Nobody knows, but Uganda for sure, Esther, want to do what they did back in 1978 to go past the second round. Is that going to be possible in front of Sadio Mane? We will know next after 90 minutes in this stadium, Esther.
Yes, Sunday, wonderful. Now tell me about tomorrow, because host nation is back on the game. What should we expect?
Esther, expect a lot, because the Egyptians in this city, in Cairo, and all the nation, they are ready for this game. They're all excited. It's full of banners, full of T-shirts, full of caps, all these red color, the color of the Egyptian camp, the Pharaohs. And they say they are ready to take South Africa by storm, winning the game that they really need to. Although some of the supporters are not really know or sure if the team can make it, but the team is ready, and the support, Esther, is overwhelming. These people love their team, love their country, and really, as we call the number 12 player is the supporter, they have all the support they need for tomorrow's game, Esther. It's going to be great work, great football tomorrow.
Briefly, tell me what we should expect this weekend.
Esther, this is going to be a weekend of football, good classic soccer, especially facing Nigeria and Cameroon. Remember, they'll be meeting in Alexandria tomorrow as well. That will be a great game to watch, because Nigeria is saying no more losing after their team lost to Madagascar, the Cinderella team. And now tomorrow, they're facing the indomitable Lions. These are the champions, and the champions want to stay on top. Because if you lose tomorrow, Esther, you're out of the game. So no playing, no games. Get in, get paid, and get out. You need to win tomorrow, Esther.
Okay, Sunday, we'll be watching from here. It's always a pleasure talking with you, Sunday. Africa 54 sports guru Sunday Shomari reporting live from Cairo. Now, leaders of African cinema gathered in Dallas, Texas for the African Film Festival. VOA's Committee Kibayasi was on the red carpet and spoke to actors and filmmakers from across the continent, recognized for their work.
The fourth edition of the African Film Festival brought together a number of actors and filmmakers from across the continent and included screenings of 70 African films.
Sibiri, Sibiri. Go! Game show blami.
The theme this year was telling our own stories.
Now, it's not like before.
in ya duba madubi ya ga ba da yake ba da.
The festival, which lasted 4 days, included film screenings, symposium and Q&A sessions with filmmakers and actors. African vendors also attended, during which they sold clothing, jewelry and other cultural artifacts. The festival concluded with an award ceremony.
So the toughest goes to Stella,
where the Best Actress award went to Stella Damasus for the film Between, which was produced in the United States and showcased African actors.
absolutely nothing. Prince Osei last night. Yeah.
Best Actor went to Prince Osei for the Ghanaian film Last Night.
I promise you, you won't get away with this.
Let's see who gets away with what.
The director of the film, Andy Boyo, praised Osei's work.
David Osei is a very brilliant actor who I am very close to, so I got him to act this movie and he did a wonderful job.
Sikujua kama nina uwezo wa kuona matukio kabla ya kutokea. Lakini baada ya kuchora picha hii, nikagundua kuwa ninaweza kuona siku za mbele.
The film Sema from Tanzania, on the other hand, won 2 awards, one for the Best Director and the other for Rootflix Viewers' Choice. Filmmaker Timothy Conrad was happy to have won and encouraged Tanzanian filmmakers not to give up despite challenges that may come their way.
I am telling Tanzanian people and filmmakers, don't be tired to produce your movie. I have been saying this many times. Don't be tired because there are a lot of challenges in the Tanzanian film industry. It will be rewarding later.
This year was a unique year as a number of women producers and directors participated in the festival, even including one 13-year-old female producer, Anna Ambuchi, whose parents are immigrants from Kenya, produced Made in His Image, a film that focuses on child bullying in schools, home, and the community.
I wish that they had your skin. Yo, laugh! No one cares! Not even my friends.
She received an award for Best Young Talent and had a special message for children her age.
Stick up for others too who are being bullied, and to tell a trusted adult, because really I didn't tell anyone until like a year after, and I think that really troubled me. So tell someone, a trusted adult, and know that you're beautiful no matter what anyone else says about you, and know that you are loved.
The organizer of the festival, Kelechi Eke, said they managed to meet this year's goal for the event.
There are 54 countries in Africa, and we have 30 films. These 30 countries that submitted films or selected films this year. We want to get to 50 countries one day, you know. So we have some work to do. But we are on the right track, I must say.
Having met their goals this year, the organizers are hoping to achieve even greater things in the coming years as they continue to promote African film and culture in America and abroad. Mkamiti Kibayasi, Voice of America.
Thank you so much. We're excited to hear what you think about Africa 54. Join the discussion on Facebook. The address is Africa 54. We're also streaming our broadcast live on Facebook. Please watch and share our show with your friends. Also check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com. We'll be back.
I am Sheka Sali, host and senior editor of VOA's international call-in talk show, Straight Talk Africa.
Today we'll examine the tobacco industry.
We pretty much touch on anything that you can think of. Politics, health issues, human rights issues, you name it, we talk about it. The issues that we discuss are pertinent to most people on the African continent. A very, very rare and unique opportunity to interact with their leaders.
The lyrics could be French,
English,
Portuguese,
Bantu,
Arabic.
It is the beat.
The African beat that counts.
The beat does all the translations.
It cuts across all languages and gives us the understanding that this is the African beat.
It is so distinct
and adhesive.
It binds us together.
African Beat on the Voice of America. For more information, visit our website at www.voanews.com/AfricanBeat.
I'm Clara Frank, and here's what's trending. Do you hate folding clothes? Well, this young Nigerian innovator has an answer for you. A robot that can fold laundry. Dubbed the Robot T-shirt, this time-saving innovation was created by 12-year-old Fatiyat Abdullahi. The robot folds a T-shirt in 3 seconds. At the moment, the robot is a prototype, but Abdullahi hopes to start developing more for the local market. Oluwatu Miloba Owolola also codes and builds robots and has just unveiled his latest innovation, a robot grabber, which senses nearby objects and is able to lift them up. Abdullahi and Owolola started learning how to code 2 years ago at the 9JA Code Kids, a coding center in southern Nigeria. Analysts say technological innovation is a quick way to attain lasting economic growth and development, and should be exploited further to help Nigeria diversify away from oil. Next up, the new surgical technique restoring finer hand function to tetraplegic patients. It was carried out by surgeons in Melbourne on 13 adults. Patients need to have some functioning live nerves to qualify for the surgery. According to a study published in the medical journal Lancet, the patients who took part are now able to feed themselves, hold a drink, brush their teeth, and write. Currently, these patients are treated with tendon transfers. Although these allow more power, they don't allow finer hand controls. Post-surgery, patients will need rehabilitation to teach the nerve its new function. The patients in this study had 2 years of intense rehabilitation, and that's what's trending today.
Now, Rwanda on Thursday celebrated the 25th anniversary of the country's liberation in the capital, Kigali. The Central African country marks Liberation Day, known locally as Kwibohora, every year on July 4th, commemorating the day when the Rwandan Patriotic Army, the armed wing of the Rwandan Patriotic Front during the liberation struggle, ended the 1994 Rwanda genocide against the Tutsi that claimed over 1 million lives. July 4th, 1994 was also the day when the Rwandan Patriotic Army captured the capital, Kigali. Rwandan President Paul Kagame and 6 other African heads of state, as well as the country's leaders and senior officials, jointly witnessed a parade of the Rwanda Defense Force and Rwandan National Police troops with cheers from over 20,000 spectators. America's annual Independence Day was celebrated a bit differently in Washington, D.C. this year with a display of military power and speech about patriotism by President Donald Trump. The event attracted Trump supporters as well as protesters who accused the president of politicizing a non-partisan holiday and wasting taxpayer money. VOA White House correspondent Patsy Widakuswara has more.
Fighter jet flyovers, armored vehicles on the streets, and a president's salute to America.
We celebrate our history, our people, and the heroes who proudly defend our flag, the brave men and women of the United States military.
The 4th of July celebration in Washington is not usually about partisan politics, but this year there are protests which include the Trump baby blimp and a Trump robot tweeting from a toilet.
I think it's very clear the president is politicizing a nonpartisan event, particularly by putting himself in the middle of it. And I feel like the bringing out of planes and tanks, they're like his little toys so that he can feel better about himself at the taxpayer's expense.
I think Trump is a very divisive president. He does not fundamentally know or care about the difference between right and wrong.
As well as Trump supporters.
I think he's doing everything he needs to do to celebrate the country and to support his people, the forgotten Americans.
We have all of our enemies. They come out and they do these grand displays with their military equipment. They talk a bunch of nonsense about the United States and make it like they can beat us. Well, if I was an enemy of the United States, I would be scared right now.
Since Trump attended France's Bastille Day celebration in 2017, he had wanted a military parade. Last year's plans fell apart amid cost concerns and criticism of militarization, the same issues raised by critics this year.
Our strength is the citizens. Our strength is our deep patriotism to this country. Our strength comes from the people, and it comes from the Constitution. It just doesn't come from the military. And I think that creates an inaccurate perception of what the United States really is.
The White House insists the focus is on patriotism, not politics. The administration has not released a taxpayer price tag for the celebration, estimated at millions of dollars. Patsy Widakuswara, VOA News, Washington.
Joining us now is Africa 54 Music Makers host Heather Maxwell. Take it away, Heather.
Thank you, Esther. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Stanley Enau is one of Cameroon's brightest young talents. He hit the spotlight in 2013 with his single Hein Père, and then went on to win Best New Act at the 2014 MTV Africa Music Awards. Since then, Stanley just keeps producing great music, and he has his own record label, Motherland Empire. Let's watch one of my favorite videos by Stanley, My Way, featuring Loco and Cy Panchek. It was released in 2018 September, has over 2.5 million views on YouTube, and it sends the positive message, me, I dey find my way, brother, sister, find your way too. That was Stanley Enow from Cameroon with My Way. And that's Music Maker Friday. For more Music Time in Africa, be sure to listen to my hour-long radio program live or online Saturdays and Sundays on FM and shortwave. Or you can listen online anytime at voanews.com. Just search for Music Time in Africa. And please follow me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Twitter, Music Time Africa, Instagram at MTIA Maxwell, and Facebook at Music Time in Africa. Esther, back to you.
Well, Heather, we can't wait to see you next Friday with another great Music Maker segment. Thank you so much for today. I enjoyed it. Join Heather Maxwell every Friday right here on Africa 54 for Music Makers. And that's our show for today. Watch Africa 54 on our website at voaafrica.com. From all of us here in Washington, have a great weekend.